Greetings. I'm so glad you joined me today. My name is Ronnie Sarah Letterman. My websites are vocalfocus.com and voice-movement.com. Let's take your voice to the next level. You can do it. Hi. I love the Beach Boys because they wrote this beautiful song. Good, 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 good vibrations. And that's what your voice needs. Good vibrations. And I want you also to forgive me for looking at my notes a little bit. I don't want to miss any of the points of today's video because it is so important and so helpful. And I have weakness on one vocal fold because I'm in menopausal age, and this happens frequently. And I found this exercise to be extremely helpful. So, and it's also great for your speaking voice as well as your singing voice. So the result of this exercise is going to be an easy, buzzy, vibrational, strong and healthy voice that does not run out of steam and you don't get tired. So, I mean, how great is that? So I had to share this with you guys today. So there's a bunch of steps involved, 6 or 7 steps here. So let's do it. Let's go. Step number 1. Create a mushy environment. Now, you will hear me saying weird things that other voice teachers don't say. So be prepared that I've developed over about 20 years of teaching. So things that actually work really, really, really well. So step 1, create a mushy environment. Mushy where? What do you mean, mushy environment? Well, the face, the cheeks, the lips, the tongue, big fat mushy tongue, the throat, the jaw. We all hold tension in these areas. It tends to be unconscious and it tends to be chronic. And so we need to learn how to recreate. Just think about a little baby, how mushy they are. And normally we are born to speak and use our voices without tension there. And yet life does create tensions for us. So just getting mushy here in your face. If you just learn how to do that today, you've done a lot. So I like to think fat, soft, pliable lips. I like to think jaw kind of hangs a little bit. It's just soft, not holding. Right? Teeth aren't clenched. Tongue is a big fat blob. So after you have created sort of like this mushy area, I want you to think about your breathing. So take a breath in your mouth. And the more this area is soft, the more the breath will flow, because that's how you get an open throat. An open throat is from relaxing the throat. There's no muscle that opens the throat. If your throat's closed, there's going to be less breath flow. And if the area is mushy and soft, a nice open throat with breath flow. And you want to establish that before you do this exercise, or any vocal exercise for that matter, and any style and speaking voice. That was number 2, is breath flow. Step number 3, this one's going to be silly, but I want you to make a sound that you don't normally make. Otherwise, how are we going to progress, right? So we're going to make a howl like a dog. So you do this in this relaxed, mushy environment, like a dog crying. That sound is W-U, woo. So soft, movable lips, fat cheeks. You kind of almost feel like, there's air in the cheeks because this is a semi-occluded exercise, which is just great for vocal cord closure and functioning. You want the cords to vibrate freely, the air, and not to get tight. And if there's anything at all wrong with your voice, such as nodules, MTD, which is muscle tension dysphonia, or weakness like I have, the body will grip here automatically. And so this counteracts that gripping, because that does not help us get those good vibrations that I talked about. So it feels weak, and don't try to make it a strong sound, okay? Just let it get vibratory. So in this mushy area, we're creating these good vibrations. So no constriction in the neck area at all. And it just feels good, like a little massage. Immediately, my speaking voice gets more vibration in it, and I'm not pushing. These vibrations feel good and easy, and that is step 4, is understanding that easy vibratory feeling. Ooh, not a strong, like grippy feeling. It's the opposite of that. Step 5 is we're going to go up and down in some pitches, either speaking or singing, through the passaggio, where head and chest voice mix. And this is good for men and women, their head voice, which is ooh, that kind of sound, right? So, and chest voice is here where most of us speak, where I'm speaking. So we're going to go up and down through these registers, head and chest voice. So on a woo. So we're going to go not an extreme, it's just a little narrow range. The aim of the exercise is to create in your vocal tract a thick vibrational soup. A soup made of good, easy, buzzy, comfortable vibrations that kind of feel like a massage. So I'm going to take you guys over to the keyboard and we're going to work on that sound through the passaggio. So come over with me to the keyboard and I'm going to start on the note E, which is here, and in the middle of the keyboard, and I'm going to work my way down to an A in half steps. So it's good to work on posture with relaxation at the same time too. And what I mean is, not to like cave in, right? You'll notice that as you go down, there's more chest voice coming in, naturally. And as you're making these sounds, you want to feel that this area is staying spongy and soft and not getting narrow. Not so it's pliable. It's kind of like the air is in there moving. It's not stuck air. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do the woo followed by a wah. So they're not two separate sounds. They are connected sounds. So woo, wah. So I let the vibrations of the woo come out into the ah, and I hold the ah for a second or two. See how my voice responds. And you don't want to change anything on the ah. You want to keep everything as open and as flowing as you were on the woo. Woo, woo, wah. Woo, wah. Woo, wah. Woo, wah. Woo, wah. There's my weakness coming out a little. Woo, wah. Woo, wah. And so on. And do a slide. As you slide and ease through the passaggio with breath flow. And so we slid down the fifth. Please subscribe to get more info on vocal issues and taking your voice to the next level. Have a great day.